Hey, this is Athena Wrong, and you're watching 10 Track Shuffle. For my first pick, I picked Immortal by Kid Cudi from the album Indie. This song, I just used to listen to this song in middle school a lot, and the song Immortal is just exactly what it says. It just kind of makes you feel infinite. And as a little kid in middle school, I used to just walk around the school feeling immortal. So I don't know, I really like that song, and I want to do like a cover to it eventually. My second song, I have To Zion by Lauryn Hill from the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. This song used to make me want to cry sometimes. It's a very like trusting song almost, because she is talking about not her religious views but her spirituality almost, and I used to be kind of religious, so like it kind of brings me back to those emotions. And although I'm not super religious, I still feel like the ties to it, and I understand what she's talking about. The next song, third song, is Knock Knock by Mac Miller. That song is like the reason I started listening to Mac Miller, and I used to listen to that in middle school as well. When I was younger, I used to like ask my brother a lot, like, "Oh, is this artist sick? Are they cool?" And he would always be like, "No, like, why are you listening to that artist? Like, they're weird. Like, it'd be like the New Boys or something." And then I feel like Knock Knock by Mac Miller was like the first song that I was like, you know what? I just think this is cool. I'm just gonna rock with it. And then obviously I ended up listening to Mac Miller like later in my life and with all his other new music. I have Spotless Mind by Janae Aiko from her album Sold Out. I really like that song. I really like a lot of Janae's old albums. They're very spiritual. They're very peaceful. I like listening to her music when I write and as inspiration and to just chill out. And I really like Spotless Mind because she talks about like that she's a wanderer and that like change is inevitable. And I just feel like I can relate to that. I feel like my mind is always going different places. I think that's a really cool song. Often by The Weeknd from the album Beauty Behind the Madness. I really like that song because it's the inspiration to my music video that's coming out, Sneaky Link. And I really like how I just think him in general as an artist, he really is like expressive of his sexuality. And I like how he talks about sexual stuff, and I just think it's cool. And I feel like that song and that music video is really tasteful. Like that music video inspired me for my music video, and I've always been inspired by him, even though he's a major like pop artist and I kind of do R&B. So he's always been an inspiration to me. And then kind of like alongside with like videos that inspire me, because like later down the line I also want to do like music videos, directing them, like directing my own, especially Fuck Sleep by A$AP Rocky and featuring FKA Twigs. That music, that song and that music video just gets me so hyped. I don't know what it is about it. I just think it's the coolest thing ever. Like I could watch that thing over and over again. And then when FKA Twigs comes in, it's just like a whole nother level. Summer Walker, the song over it. Summer Walker is a really big inspiration for me, like R&B wise. I think she's like such a good R&B singer, and I think it's cool that London on the Track, who's also like her boyfriend, like produces all her stuff or most of it. And that song in particular just kind of gets me not in my feels, but it just makes me vibe out. And I like agree with her when she's like, am I really that much to handle? Like I feel like sometimes, you know, you'd be feeling dramatic and stuff. And I don't know, I just like relate to her in that song. And she's an interesting artist because she is very anxiety filled, and like you could see it in her interviews and stuff. But she talks about, I've like seen an interview where when she sings, she feels like no anxiety. So I kind of just relate to her, how singing and performing is an outlet, and like it's an outlet for me. And then my major influence for me is Tiana Taylor, and I love her album, The Album. And one of my favorite songs from that album is Wake Up Love, featuring Iman Shumpert, which is her husband. I just really love Tiana Taylor. She's like literally my number one inspiration. I want to meet her one day and like work with her. I think she's cool because she really takes a lot of thought in her art. She takes a lot of thought in her music videos. She like wants one of her albums to be a Broadway play. I don't know if that actually happened, but I just think she has interesting ideas, and I like her message, and I love that she's all about self-love and about being like this boss woman. And then my other song that I really like is newer. It's Danny Lay. She just came out with an album called Movie, and I just love that album. And one of my favorite songs off that album is called Put You On. I just feel in my feminine energy, and I just really like her. I like her as an artist too because she's all natural, I believe. And as like a girl seeing an artist who's all natural, and especially like similar body types in a way, it's inspiring to see her just be herself and fully herself when there's other artists, and like no shame in not being all natural, but I just think it's really inspiring to just be yourself. And she talks about that in her other songs about just being yourself, and like the rest will follow. And then my final song is Family Matters by me and Athena Wrong from our album Two Wrongs. That song explains me and Britton's like life. That like talks about our family issues and like kind of just like lays it all on the table in like some artsy way. Like we don't get like too detailed, but that song is really important to me because it is my expression of what's gone on in my life, and like the things that we've gone through together as siblings, and the things that made us stronger as siblings. So that song will always be very special to me. Watch out for my music video that's coming out late December, and more new music to come. And yeah, I'm excited for 2021.